Welcome back to our Mukbang channel, y'all. I'm Cassandra and we're eating with Mahal. I have a special guest today, but I really want to introduce what this mukbang was about. This is Filipino Food Month in April, and it's actually really popular in the Philippines because it was started there. So the whole theme of Filipino Food Month in the Philippines is to kind of preserve its culture, teach younger generations of traditional Filipino food, and also give thanks to the fishermen and the farmers who keep the culture alive. So this year's theme, if you look up, and we'll keep the article down below in the link, but it is celebrating and cherishing and loving our traditional foods. So if the translation's wrong, please come from my father, not from me, because I didn't translate it, but just letting y'all know. And today's special guest is one of my good friends. She was actually our first collaboration when we started doing pop-ups. Is Sarah, and she is a female chef, also Filipino. So this is a really special mukbang. We've been wanting to do this for like almost 4 months.
Yeah, how long have we been talking about
Since
this?
like November.
We still haven't eaten.
Yeah, but this is special now because now we can have our Filipino food.
I'm so pumped for this. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Sarah, when I asked you what you wanted to eat, what did you tell me?
I said lechon, and I was surprised that you pulled through.
I know.
Honestly.
I was like, you know what's funny is that we went to my parents' house last week, and they literally made us lechon, because Alonzo's favorite thing, since he is a quarter Filipino, he always asks my parents to make lechon. Like, that's all they ask.
That is comfort food.
Yeah. It's
For
like
sure.
party food.
Yeah.
Party food, comfort food, good food, fat food. I mean, what else? I do have a special surprise for you. Now, this is going to be extremely hot. I feel like you already know what this is.
I can't believe you right now.
I know. Isn't it good?
We at Chili's. Oh my God, look at that.
Sarah, if they don't know, tell us what this is.
All right, this is such a surprise. You just made sisig in front of my eyes.
So this is lechon kawali sisig. I figured since we had lechon, we might as well just add all of it. Why not? Do you like your lechon with mayo or egg?
Ooh, I've been on a mayo kick, so the mayo one for sure.
Yeah, I think I don't know, like I like both. If you're in the Philippines, tell me, but I like both because like sometimes the egg has a good protein and has a good nice richness, but like mayo does make it super creamy, so you're kind of like, you know what I mean?
It's the same though.
Is it? No, don't look at me like that. There's way more shit in mayo than there is eggs.
You're right.
Fun fact, this egg is actually hatched from my dad's chickens.
Oh my God, it's so special.
I know, I'm not trying to make it super like, look at me. No, but my dad gave me a dozen.
It's literally farm to table. Who are we right now?
Okay, dig in.
Oh my gosh.
I do have
Mang Tomas.
Mang Tomas. What's your go-to? I don't like it, but
Oh, Mang Tomas with lechon, always. My brother was Mang Tomas for Halloween. If you want to zoom in on this guy.
Or add a photo reference.
And I was like, it's not, you can't even tell, like, it's just this man and his face.
And his hat.
But I saw my brother, and I was like, are you Mang Tomas? He was like, yeah. So, yeah.
Shit.
Anyways, that's how much I love Mang Tomas.
That's hilarious. No, I've never thought about like a costume like that.
I'm going in.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
With my hands.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I'm not judging you.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Oh, okay. Hey. God damn. I thought I was the guest.
Are you pour your drink?
Yeah, I'll get there. Let me get my rice.
I had to give us, if you don't know, Filipinos kind of have like a history of like high cholesterol and high blood, so I had to give us some veggies first.
Honestly, there was some greens on this table.
I thought about not doing it, and I was like, nah, bro, I got
We needed something to balance all of this out, for sure.
Before we eat, we need a drink. Where are you?
Oh,
get it together.
God, okay.
It's a twist.
I'm still struggling.
Sarah,
Hold on.
our Filipino actress would be so disappointed right now. They'd be like, what is going on?
Okay, got it.
Okay. Oh, God.
There we go. Cheers.
With the
Oh. My bad. Oh, we being civilized.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is no, because in the Philippines they do shots of Red Horse, so technically they're civilized too.
Okay. We gotta follow our ancestors then.
Yeah.
Wow. Pairs well with pork belly and fish sauce.
Okay, I have to ask, what was Filipino food like for you growing up?
Mom definitely made. I'm sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full.
It's okay. It's a mukbang.
You're right.
I forgot.
Mom definitely stuck to the traditional dishes.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, we'd have sinigang, we'd have kare-kare, like, you know, no modifications, like, straight up
What it is.
Filipino food, right? And I remember I invited a friend in high school over for dinner. I was like, yeah, come over, right? Her name is, we don't have to disclose her name. White girl, soccer team, you know.
Yeah.
She comes over for dinner. I had no idea what my mom was making. And we're all at the dinner table, and here comes my mom, so proud with her platter. She sets it on the table. It's this whole fish, escabeche, whole fried fish, my favorite. Peppers, onions on the top with that sweet and spicy sauce, you know. I was so excited. My friend, the look on my friend's face, y'all. She was like that, right? And she was like, y'all eat the whole fish with the head and the tail and the fins. And I was like, yeah, don't you? You know, like, that's the best part. And here's my friend, like, witnessing my family, like, tearing this fish up.
Yeah.
Like, my mom going for the eyeballs. Like, I'm just, like, chewing on, like, gnawing on the tail, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were just going hard. And my friend just sticking to her rice. Like, I was like, that was definitely, like,
A culture shock?
a culture shock for my friend, for sure.
Yo, I've heard, is there a myth? Have you heard the myth?
What's the myth?
That, like, eating the eyes
Gives you better vision? Yeah, that's what they
What
all
kind of
told
shit
us.
is that?
That's what they all told us.
I don't feel like that's true. That's not, I don't know if that's true or not. There's no scientific evidence behind that.
Well, all my family got glasses, so I don't know if that was true or not. So
My favorite thing growing up, I'm gonna ask you this too, but like, what was your favorite dish? Mine was dinagoan. Like my like luxury, super like once in a blue moon item was dinagoan.
Dinagoan is fire.
It's hard to make. My mom makes it, and it's hard to make.
Yeah. I haven't actually learned how to make that one
Me
either.
either.
Mine growing up, I get a lot of flack for this for some reason, but the Filipino version of menudo with tripe too as well.
Why do you get shit for that?
I don't know. They're just like, ooh, you like tripe? And I'm just like, yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Right. Because that's such like a party, like when you think of like party food, it's like menudo, dinagoan, pancit, lumpia, and maybe kare-kare, like if it's in there, you know? Mm-hmm. My normal like food growing up was always adobo, giniling. Mm-hmm. It was like the ground pork belly, or ground pork with potatoes, peppers, and then my mom the next day would make it
classic. Put an egg on it.
Put an egg on it and make it an omelet. And then tinola sometimes if we're sick.
Oh, tinola's so good.
I know.
Yeah.
So like when I first brought around Alonzo, culture shock too is that we were having all these Filipino foods, and he's quarter Filipino, so he knows some of it. Mm-hmm. He had dinagoan for the first time, and he was like, "Oh, it's okay, it's a good." And I was like, "Do you know what it is?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "It's pork split." And he was like, and ever since then he refuses.
He's anti-dinagoan.
He's anti-dinagoan.
Damn. You should have said it's chocolate meat. That's what they tell the kids growing up. They're like, this is chocolate meat. Because it's like a dark stew that's super thick. And we're like, ooh, chocolate meat.
it's like black as shit.
We're like, okay.
My also favorite good thing growing up, I remember when we used to go to like those like candelia is how you. I speak full Tagalog. I promise y'all. But sometimes the words get to me. But when we used to go to when we used to live in Vegas, we used to go to these Filipino restaurants, and their go-to thing was like caldereta kambing, and I loved me some kambing, like some goat.
Yo,
top notch.
Yeah.
My dad's friend brought a boar last week, and he's like literally filleting this boar in front of us, and my dad made caldereta on the side. Like,
that's
isn't
amazing.
that crazy?
I haven't had goat in a minute.
Dude, it's so good.
I'm eating with my hands. I forgot. I forgot that you.
It's fine. It's
instructed
one way or the other. But if you don't know Filipino culture, you can do hands or you can do fork and spoon. Fork and spoon, you're using your fork as like a pusher into your shovel, and you shove it in your mouth.
Yeah, there ain't no soup around.
No, unless it's like
some sauce. Yeah. That's helpful for that. But we literally use it as a shovel for our rice.
Yeah. Speaking of Filipino Food Month, Sarah, did you know that Filipino food is considered one of the first fusion cuisines in the world? And I can see that. Like, if you don't know, like,
absolutely,
there's like Asian or there's Chinese influences, Spanish influences.
We got everyone. We have African influences. We have Spanish influences. Yeah. It's truly a melting pot.
It is. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, and then we don't talk about this enough, but like regional food, or like Mindanao and Bicol.
Yeah, they got their own shit going.
Yeah, and it's like spicy. Like, if you don't know, Mindanao is like closer to what, like Indian / like remind me,
maybe
like curries and such. Like, it's spicier.
Thai, maybe.
Yeah, maybe closer to Thai, but like where like I don't know, like in other regions, it's just different. It's just like less spicy food, more sour. I have noticed now that I'm older how much I gravitate towards like vinegar. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that until like, I don't know, maybe like last year.
Vinegar on everything.
Dude, I could not. Like, I could not go without vinegar, fish sauce, and Thai chilies. Those are my top, or maybe garlic. Garlic is up there. I love garlic.
You gotta have garlic.
Fun fact, when I was growing up as a kid, I remember I used to hate garlic fried rice.
What's wrong with you?
Hate garlic fried rice. I think my parents used to burn it, and I hated it.
Oh, okay. Well, that part makes sense.
Don't come for me, parents. My bad. But I used to, like, my parents would make always like steam rice, and then they'll make garlic fried rice, and we would have that with tapsilog or whatever. Mm-hmm. But now I'm like, I can eat garlic raw. Give it to me raw. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
So now that you're older, like, what do you gravitate towards, like, cooking as a Filipino woman?
I've thoroughly enjoyed all of our funky stews. You know, kare didn't go on. Those are advanced. But I definitely like what I gravitate towards too is pancit. It's such a like gathering type of food. It's one of those foods that my mom used to would make for like a celebration or like or any type of family gathering. And
right.
if you know, like, if she's making that, you know, like, something's about to go down. like someone got straight A's. You know, so that's very special to me. And it's one of those foods that I love making my friends because I'm like, it feeds so many.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so easy to, I wouldn't say the prep is easy, but it's easy to eat. So speaking of, like, Filipino food, like, how has it been, like, being a female chef? Because I remember we first talked, like, didn't you start out as, like, really, like, industry?
Absolutely, yeah. I worked the whole brigade, so it's like straight from culinary school. I got my first prep cook job in San Diego. I started in catering, so that's been really my style. Is like batch cooking. Like that's my strength for sure. Then I moved back home to Florida. Kind of worked my way up. My first line cook job in Orlando. Did a few stunts in Tampa. I helped open up a new concept in Oklahoma City. That was my first like sous chef position at 27, and I've just been grinding. And I feel like as a female, you have to show them like you're just as worthy as the guys.
Yeah. If not harder. Like, people don't talk about how much harder you have to work as a female in this industry. Whether or not you're in back of house or front of house, like, there's just like a level of like respect for men and women.
And expectations.
Which sucks. But like, I've talked to other executive chefs who are males, and they say that female chefs are so much better in their kitchen than there are male chefs. But like, where's the money? Where's the recognition?
You said it right
there. You know what I mean? Like, I've had several chefs tell me that they love relying on a woman in their kitchen because it keeps their kitchen in order. But like, also, money talks.
Compensate. Just compensate us, bro.
Like, money speaks volumes in that. Like I don't need a thank you.
Orderly kitchen. Yeah.
I don't need no thank you. I need my money to match that energy.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's definitely hasn't been an easy journey at all.
What would you say was your hardest thing as a female chef?
Man, honestly, it's like kind of, for me at least, it's been trying to show that I like the foods that I like making is just as like, can just be as good as the high end fancy foods that, everyone's crazy about. Like, I think a lot of like, our foods like Thai food and Chinese food and Indian food, the general conception is like, why is it priced that way, But they don't know the heart that goes into it. So I don't know. I think that's definitely has been a challenge. Like, why are they so down to pay for like butter, garlic, and pasta when like, you can get something just as amazing.
Just as good, yeah. If y'all don't know, lechon takes about two days to make because you
tell them the prep, sis. Tell them.
You have to prep it beforehand. Like, you have to...
Look at me going ham on this.
Oh, God. I bought this just for you, so...
Oh, my God.
Like I said, you're the only one who...
I'm going to take this home. It's my little party favor.
So, like, lechon takes, like, you have to boil it, make sure the pork is cooked a proper order. Then you have to do it overnight, dry it out, because if it's not dry enough, then the skin's not crispy enough. And then you have to... I double batch my lechon, as you should, honestly. Most people do it like my dad does the slabs of lechon. I cut my lechon into like actual like slices because I want the whole exterior and interior to be crispy. That's just how I like my lechon. And then
I'm sorry, I'm just eating.
No, you're good. But then you move into like then another step. If you want to make sisig, you have to do all the vegetable prep and all that. But like I said, Filipino food. Like, when I first started doing it, my dad was like, Filipino food's hard to make, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, try imagining it doing it for like 400 people.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, absolutely. But I'm going to do it because I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Like, so why not,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think when with Mahal, we were like, my main goal was to always like educate people about Filipino food because Thai food has been on the up and coming.
On the map, yeah.
Yeah, so has Chinese food, so has Korean food, especially in Dallas, but like also, like, why not Filipino food?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's a melting pot. You can have anything you want. You can have wonton soup, which you made in your last pop-up, right? And then you can also have like stews like caldereta and adobo. And then you can also have like fish.
Literally everything.
Yeah. Think of like whatever you want to eat, we got it.
We got it.
Like, I made shou.
And it's delicious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I made shomai and shopao, which is Chinese influence. So if you really want Chinese food, we got it. Like pancit.
Yeah. It's all there.
It's all there. So... I think that was like my main thing was like I wanted the Filipino food to be on the map, especially in Dallas because there's only so many little spots,
Absolutely. That's why we started it too.
Yeah.
It's just we wanted to make Filipino food more accessible and kind of like
appreciated.
Is
that selfish of us?
No, not at all.
Self-righteous?
It's like give it its light,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's Filipino food's like turn to shine for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me a little about like Bahay, like how y'all started, because I know it was a journey.
Yes, for sure. Bahay was born during the quarantine. You know, we were kind of all. When I say we, it's me and my crew. So it's me. Bahay is composed of 3 girls. Me, Denise and Paloma, and we were kind of just twiddling our thumbs like during our quarantine.
Like, what are we gonna do?
You know, we had just completed the Dallas Filipino Food Festival, which thousands of people came out for this festival.
When you tell people you have a Filipino food festival, everyone shows up.
Like I was like, all the Filipinos in Texas are here right
Yeah.
now, and
Drove in from like Mesquite, Houston, whatever.
Houston. They came from Houston. They
Did
came.
they?
Yeah. We kind of have collective trauma over it. Honestly, it was insane. The turnout was crazy. We weren't
Yeah.
expecting
I think I
that
saw you
kind of
that day.
turnout. Did you?
Were you in the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw you that day. I just didn't stop by.
Girl, it was a two and a
y'all-
half hour
y'all-
wait
y'all
for
look-
our lumpia.
y'all look
We didn't
busy.
stop moving. It was insane. Anyway, so that happened in March, and then later
shut
on,
down?
the world shut down, right? So give it a few weeks. I reached out. Oh, now you want some.
I want to try it. I'm grown. I'm an adult.
Anyways, yeah. So I reached out to Denise. I reached out to Paloma. I was like, "Yo, what are you guys doing?" Like,
Because Denise had her own pop-up, right?
correct. Yeah, she was Bilal, and she was also at the festival as well, grinding it out. And so we met up, and we kind of just like we're like, "Yo, let's do something. Like, let's keep pushing Filipino food out." And that's kind of how Bahay was formed. The term comes from, we were cooking in our homes at the time, so that's why we're home. So yeah, we started out doing. Do you guys remember like doing the meal kits? Meal kits were real popular at the
Everyone loved
time.
meal kits.
Yeah, curbside pickup, and then slowly we started getting back into pop-ups and mask on everything, and then we kind of evolved. As soon as like things were kind of cool with being around people, we kind of evolved into our Kamayan dinners, which have been such a blessing to do for Dallas, because they haven't really seen anything like that. So
I haven't.
So yeah, and they're always so much fun to do.
So it's so cool when we tell people about it. Like they're like, what? Like, and when they see the banana leaves, they see the whole production. Like, I mean, if you think of like charcuterie boards, I mean, really really it.
It's
just
a
like,
grazing table. For
exactly.
Sure.
All the things you can have. Here
I'm
you
gonna
are.
go in on this.
Oh yeah, tell me how you like the sisig, because I'm like my sisig recipes are always changing because I just never know. I feel like I don't make it right, but I don't know. My dad hasn't taught me the recipe.
I mean, it was sizzling sisig. It was delicious. I love all your food. Your shomai, dude. I haven't shut up talking about it since.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to put it on the menu, but I'm like, bro, that's hard work.
That shit was fire.
That was hard work.
Yeah, I could taste it. Like, I could taste the tears that was put into that. I remember you describing you were like chopping the meat forever.
Bro,
Like,
and I refuse. I don't know why, but I refuse to buy like ground pork and ground shrimp. I just refuse. I just want to do it myself, Do you ever get the comment like your food, because you are Filipino American, that your food's not Filipino enough?
always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Like from someone who owns their own Filipino pop-up, who like truly wants to cherish and actually
And
like
honor our
honor
food, yeah.
Filipino food. Like, I mean, I know I don't do anything crazy like in terms of fusion yet,
Right.
but like, how does that feel? Like being a Filipino chef who's also Filipino, who's trying to like continue the culture.
Right. It definitely feels like you don't understand like what we're trying to do. It's usually we get those comments from the older generation, and we don't want to disrespect them or anything, but this is definitely, it's like our interpretation of the food that we grew up with. So if I'm gonna make fried chicken and ube waffles, like that is what I envision the food to become.
Yeah.
It's still our flavors, it's still but it we made that to make it like everyone's down to try it.
Yeah.
So
It's like sometimes you have to do an introduction item before you can get, like, there's no way I can just whip out Dinaguan and people are like, yeah! Tell me what's next for Bahay House.
Well, Bahay has been on a hiatus for a couple months now. All three of us girls, me, Denise, Paloma, got big girl jobs, so we kind of had to put Bahay on the back burner for a little bit and kind of while we acclimated to our new jobs. But we're kind of taking events as they come and seeing if we are able to accommodate. We were at Tiny Victories a couple weeks ago, which was so much fun. All of our loyal fans, you guys came out to see us, and it felt so good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
And we sold out in an hour and a half.
Damn.
And it was just we really miss being out there.
How would you explain what a pop-up business? Like whenever I tell people oh, what's your business like? And I'm like, pop-up, ghost kitchen. I don't know how to explain it.
Right. I mean, man, pop-ups, they're the real hustlers, I feel like. We bring the kitchen to you. If you don't have a kitchen for us to cook in, we bring the burners, we bring the tables, we bring the fryers. As long as you have electrical outlets for us, we'll show out.
Yeah,
right?
don't even give me a table. I got a table. We're good.
So we set up, do the damn thing, clean up. I think the girls know that's my least favorite part of the whole process. But yeah, the pop-up is kind of literally in the word. We will pop up where you want us to show up.
When I explain to people, they're like, what's a pop-up? I'm like, I pop up.
You ain't gotta be so...
I pop up wherever you need me to.
The dude over here.
Pay me and I'll pop up.
That's it. Pay me.
What's Baha's signature dish? I never asked you this.
Oh my gosh.
I've had so much of your food, so I never know.
Signature dish? We have so many.
If Bahay was gonna be known for one dish, what would it be?
My God, I think first thing that comes to mind is our pogi hoagie.
Hey, really? I've never had that.
So our pogi hoagie. Pogi in translation means what? Handsome.
Yeah, my dad used to call him onto that all the time.
Yeah, pogi. So if you see a guy
and he's pogi,
and you're like, ooh, he pogi. So we called one of our sandwiches a pogi hoagie. So it's longanisa meatballs, a meatball sub essentially.
Oh my God, I have the best idea.
It's fucking fire.
This is the best idea. We should do a collaboration. I have chicken tostino sandwich. You have longanisa meatballs.
Let's go.
Sub.
Let's pop up. Tell your friend that doesn't know what a pop-up is to come. And so she can learn what it is. And that would be such a fun
Can you imagine a
collab.
sandwich pop-up?
Yo, I'm about it.
Because do you remember, I think you know this, but Kasama in Chicago, that Filipino Michelin star restaurant.
Right. Let them know.
First Michelin star restaurant in Chicago, Filipino owned. They have a top silog sandwich. Hash browns.
That sounds so good.
Tocino, egg.
With
cheese.
the hash browns too? Oof, Lord.
It's good. So we have a chicken tocino sandwich, which is tocino, all the fixing, but on a bread form. And I think that
the shit was fire.
Your hoagie and my sandwich, match made in heaven.
Let's go.
With lumpia on the side, can't beat it.
Lumpia extra.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into it.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Lumpia is a labor of love. I think we all know this.
You think we're going to get canceled for this?
I mean, cancel me.
Yeah.
But you won't get any lumpia. So.
Yeah. I remember when I first started learning lumpia, my mom's like, you gotta do the finger method. And I'm like, Mom. And she used to never want me to help her because she's like, you're not doing it right. And I would just peel the lumpia wrapper for her for the next batch.
Yeah. You're the lumpia wrapper peeler. Because that's a job in itself.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about prep?
Lumpia. Yeah. It's such a
hours.
Labor of love. It's so hard. People eat it up in 10 seconds. I'm like, dang.
In a family household, in a Filipino family household, you got the kids rolling.
Yeah.
They got to earn their lumpia. Because they're the perfect little workers because they got the little hands and they're just like,
Yeah, for sure. Now that I'm older, I remember I started to learn it right. I figured out my mom's recipe. She taught me, and so there was one time we had an event. I was rolling 300 lumpias until 3 a.m. and I was like, the next person who eats this better be saying thank you for the next 10 years because this is not easy, and it's also it's just really hard. But it lasts very long if you have enough of it and keep it in the freezer and such. But yeah, now my mom, now that she knows, okay, my mom was being judgmental last time. She sells lumpia too to her coworkers. It's really cute.
That's a good hustle, yo.
You know, like people love
Want a
it.
bag?
I sell mine a little bit more than my.
You got a bag.
My mom sells it a lot less than I do, and I'm like, Mom, raise your prices, goddamn. I'm like, it's labor of love. Anyways, so I'm like rolling it, and she's like, it's not tight enough. I was like, you can just buy yourself, Mom. And then she'd be like, all right, fine, keep rolling.
They're gonna be critical about it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But I mean, for good reason.
Yeah.
Because if it's not tight enough, then it's gonna be all sloppy when it fries.
And no break and all that,
Right,
whatever. Have you ever had the Filipino tamale?
What is that?
It's like, how do I explain it? So you get banana leaves and you make it with like rice and flour and you have like, and it's like this square tamale.
Okay. Yes. Isn't there a formal name? Is that what it's called?
No, it's not the name. It's not the
But it's
formal.
steamed. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they steam it and they like put like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've had it.
My dad, when I first started making it, my dad's very skeptical. For a good reason. He's a great cook. I learned from him. When I figured out that I was going to make this dish, I was like, I'm going to do it. And he was like, you don't know how to do it. You've never had it. You've never been to the Philippines. You never did. And I was like,
He came for you.
I know. He did come for me. My dad likes to keep me humble when it comes to food.
He's a bully. I mean, my dad too.
Yeah, I think most Filipino parents can be somewhat bully-like,
My dad makes fun of my Tagalog, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying. You never taught me.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, are you fluent?
Girl, no.
Oh, shit.
I came to the States when I was 2.
Yeah.
So my parents were like, yo, like you're gonna speak English only from now on.
Huh?
So that's kind of like, that's my childhood. They spoke it around the house, so I can definitely pick up when aunties are gossiping. But I can understand it. If it's on TV, if it's on the radio, I can hear. I know what they're saying. If I can't respond perfectly back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Filipino. So when I was born, after 6 months of being in the States, my parents shipped me to the Philippines.
Why you gotta say it? What shipping you
funny.
where?
Think about it. Like they shipped me to the Philippines.
Okay. Wait. You born in the States?
I was born in Daly City, California.
Okay, and then
6 months later, they were like, "All right, send her to grandma, send her to mama."
And then
They left me
what?
in the Philippines until I was 2.
Until you were 2.
2 or 3.
And then you came back?
Yeah, I came back to the States. And then, so Filipino, Tagalog is my first language. I had to take ESL for like years. And now I can only understand it when people are talking to me. I can somewhat, like I'm in the Philippines, when I'm in a Filipino setting, I can respond.
Right.
But there's obviously, it's like Tagalog-ish.
Yo, Tagalog on karaoke.
I
I got that damn thing. I may not know all the words and what she's trying to say.
But I got the emotions.
But I got it. Yo, Tagalog is so dramatic. Our national anthem is so dramatic. It will bring tears to your eyes. I'm not like, I'm crying just thinking about it.
Like
Filipinos love their drama, bro.
Yo, what is it? Teleseries? Like, there's always cliffhangers, and there's always like someone's dead, someone's cheating, someone has a gun in their hand. I'm like, what? Like, I grew up on that. So, let's end this with one thing. Like, if there's one thing that you want people to take away when it comes to Filipino food, what would it be?
It's the love that we put in our food. And I know that sounds so cheesy, but it just goes back to like, Filipinos are known for their hospitality, right? Like that is what we are known for. We're known for like bringing joy, even if you're sad as hell and you're going through some things. Like hang out with a Filipino, we'll cheer you right up with our food, with our songs, with our dance. Like we got you. I think it's all about. I mean, it's in our food. It's bringing together everyone, like Chinese influence, Spanish influence. It's all there. So
it's everything.
Yeah, I hope they take that away from it. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so good having you, Sarah.
Man, this was so much fun. Thank
I'm
you
so
again.
glad. I think we're gonna probably talk business after this because I really want to do.
I'm gonna clear this plate.
We're gonna do a pop-up soon with our sandwiches. I really didn't know you had a hoagie.
Yeah,
And I promote my freaking
Hoagie,
sandwiches all the
hoagie.
time. I never knew that.
We're gonna trademark it so none of y'all can steal that.
Yes. Same. Don't come for my sandwich. Alonzo's like, tell the recipe. I was like, no, it's mine.
We don't have recipes. We just cook with.
Anyways, y'all. So thank you for tuning in. You'll probably see Sarah probably in like the next girlies mukbang.
I hope I'm here. If not, I'm gonna sneak in.
Yeah, we're gonna make her cook actually the Kamayan feast next time because I'm good. So we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.